Let's go.
Yes, well, good afternoon to all my listeners. I'm joined by my next special guest here on my radio show and the podcasts. We have Jay Messerli from the collective That the Souls. How are we doing?
Really good. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very nice to meet you. And where are you situated in the world right now?
I am currently in a hotel room in Bristol.
Oh, okay. How's it going? Are you on a little bit of a tour at the moment?
Yeah, we are on tour right now throughout the UK. We're supporting Scouting for Girls right now, and yeah, we just played 5 shows so far, and tomorrow we're gonna play Bristol, and a lot of shows coming up till the end of month. Yeah,
Exciting. How are you finding the English British crowd?
it's really cool because comparing to the Swiss crowd, the Swiss people are at the beginning of the show, especially, pretty much reserved. So it takes a while till they're warmed up. Compared to the UK crowd so far, I mean, what we see is they're on fire from the very first second, and I really appreciate that.
That's good. And what's it like, being a support artist can be um, challenging because you're first on. How do you find that?
It can be challenging, yeah, because the thing is that the door for in that case the door opens at 7 p.m. We play at 7:15 already, but the guys from Scoutings are very very kind, and they motivate their fans to come in early and to see the shows, and the fans have just been so warm and welcoming to us, and they're well, it's actually by the end of our show, at the end of our concert, the venues is fully booked and full sold out. So a lot of nice, and there's singing our songs as well. It's incredible. So nothing to complain about.
That's good. I suppose being first on as well, you don't have to wait so much, around backstage.
Yeah. Well, backstage, we are obviously got the smallest room of them all, which doesn't matter. So, but we also got, we share that with the other band, the Dunwells, who are supporting Scoutings as well. Great guys, and just a nice hang backstage,
Yeah,
actually.
it's good that at the end of the day, you have each other's backs and you're enjoying it as well. That's the main thing.
Exactly, exactly. That's what it's all about.
That's good. So, talked a little bit about the tour life. That's out the way. Also, just want to take it from the beginning with the Souls as well. How did it kind of begin for you? You know, who's in the band and so on. I'm going to throw it over to you.
Yeah, yeah. So we are a five-piece band from Switzerland. We started, well, 20 years ago today in the garden shack of our drummer's parents. Just finding out that we share the same passion for music and for life, actually. And yeah, we started as many bands started as a cover band, playing songs from the 80s, like Kiss and Bon Jovi, that kind of stuff. And from there, we just, yeah, we started writing our songs. We recorded our first record. And what we always had the greatest passion for is playing live. So we did a lot of live shows around Switzerland, around Europe, and now, well, 20 years later, we're still here kicking ass, and now opening up for scouting at the UK. It's brilliant.
Yeah, good for you guys. And fast forward to today, one of the reasons we got you on the show is to talk about your new single as well, coinciding with a new album release as well. So your new single is called Secrets. And yeah, how long has this been in the making? And did you all kind of like have an input on writing this song?
Well, on that one particular, it was pretty funny. I was in my little studio back in Switzerland. I had the melody and the track already, yeah, recorded, but I didn't know what to sing or to write about. So I had this old New York Times paper from 2 years ago on my desk, and I opened it up and just took a random word, which was Secrets. And I thought that is a cool title for a song, and so I started thinking about that title and wrote that story is about basically about, yeah, I mean, everybody, I guess everybody in this world does have a secret, a
Mm.
little secret somewhere. So basically around that, funny
Yeah,
story.
Secrets, it does have a kind of mystery to it.
Yeah, 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 absolutely.
Nice. And do you feel this song really showcases the soul sounds? Like some people may say it's indie, alternative, maybe Britpop in a sense, but what's your take on it?
Well, I think that song, or like a lot of songs, this song is representing the whole record pretty well. So it's kicking in with a huge drum beat, and it's really it's big. It's an energetic and raw, and then it's what it's all about for me at the end of the day.
That's cool. And have you managed to put together like a music video to accompany Secrets, whether it's a lyric video or you shot some scenes on location or live footage?
Well, actually, we didn't play that song yet live, so there's no live footage. And we what's out there is a lyric video, but we are because we're only allowed to play like 30 minutes on that tour. But we got when we go back to Switzerland, we're gonna play like a whole set, and then we're gonna play that song definitely too. So I can't wait to play that live.
Great. And do you have like a YouTube channel as well?
Yeah, yeah, we do. Yeah, we have actually a lot of videos out there. Yeah.
Brilliant. I'll ask for your social media links at the end of the interview. So, Secrets
Yes,
is your
sir.
new single. It's taken from your brand new album called The Whippet Inn. Now, I've heard of The Whippet Inn. In England, we have a few pubs, or one pub called The Whippet Inn, and it's in Lichfield, believe it or not. But can you tell me your inspiration for The Whippet Inn? What it's about.
Yeah, it is actually inspired by a pop as well. So we recorded that record in London. We went to London for 1 month. We recorded it at East Coast Studios, and we during that time we stayed in at an Airbnb, and between the Airbnb and the studio there was that pub called the Whippet Inn. So every day we would go in there after studio session, go for dinner and a couple of pints, or for coffee in the morning. So that was that was like a home away from home between those two places. Yeah.
Yeah, lovely. And on your new album as well, do you know how many tracks this features? We'll talk about the tracks soon, but I just wanted to ask, how many tracks there are on there?
But there are 12 tracks on it.
12 tracks. That's a nice figure for an album, so that the listener does get their money's worth.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Sure. And do you think this album signatures like a bold new chapter for the band, or are you still keeping the soul sound?
Well, I think actually for the first time we really captured the real soul sound, because our producers Andy Wright and Gavin Goldberg on this record, they just what they basically did is just captured who we are and how we sound. So it's because the last two records were actually a little bit more produced and polished a bit, but what we actually are is a rough, edgy live band, and I think we captured that pretty well. And that's yeah, so that's basically the soul sound now.
Brilliant. So it's a quintessential Souls album then.
It is indeed. Yeah, it feels like it.
Good. And I like the album cover as well. On your album cover, it shows a passing train shot in motion with a woman on the platform. Where did the kind of
Yeah.
intrigue for that come about?
Well, and during that time in London when we did the record, we also did a photo session with a guy called Felix Bartlett, who's doing great stuff. And he came once or twice. He came to the studio, did some shots, and we also did some promotion pictures. And we thought to like round it just completely. We want to the artwork should like include London vibes as well. So we basically gave him the job to stroll through London and do random photos, and that's just one of those shots. I think it's in a metro station somewhere, so it's a random shot from London.
Cool. And on to some album tracks. We always like to talk about some of the, tracks from my artists' albums. Track two is called
Mm-hmm.
Nightingale as well. That's I like the word Nightingale. What's the story behind that?
Yeah, well, it's actually it's one of my favorite songs on the record. It's about um, being for me personally was being on in a band, being on the road a lot. Is like yeah, you see in different places, but you also leave your comfort zone and your loved ones for quite a while sometimes, and that sometimes can be very difficult or challenging for myself. So it's basically about getting out of your comfort zone experience something new, something you've never expected, but that by the end of the day, it's always worth it. And you always have you always your people's back, so that's a good thing to have. So it's basically about that.
That's a good backstory to a song. And track three as well, Bangladesh. So where did the inspiration come from that? Have you ever been to Bangladesh or know someone who's been there for experience?
No, no, unfortunately not. Oh well, no, I've never been there. The thing is, one of the guitar players came up with the idea. He actually dreamt the chorus, Bangladesh, which is now the chorus, and but he only had that little piece. So I went to London and wanted to write a track around that with Gavin, one of the producers, and we were just there as wondering and asking ourselves, what should we write about Bangladesh? It's a special kind of song title in a way. So what we did is we opened up Google Maps and went to Bangladesh, uh, kind of walk through the streets of Bangladesh and get inspired. And the stories now you get, it's like a fever dream in Bangladesh, kind of. But experiencing the beautiful landscapes from Bangladesh and
Mm.
having just a crazy trip, some kind of.
Yeah, I personally haven't been myself, but I'm from Birmingham, which is like home of the Baltic curry, and we have like lots of curry houses. I've had a Bengali experience
Oh
where
wow!
I've experienced the food, which is kind of the next best thing, really. So yeah, it was good.
Oh wow!
So yeah, if you're ever in
Nice. We
Birmingham,
will come to Birmingham as well. I've got to. Yeah, yeah. We're gonna check that out.
yeah,
Yeah.
please do. And the final track, there's two bonus tracks called Dead Man. Did you feel that was an ideal closing number? Just to sign the to sign off the album.
Well, I think it's a well. I always like records where the last song is kind of a longer, melancholic song to end the record. I think that's a perfect match for that. And it's also it's I'd say one of the most personal songs I've ever written so far. It's the story is about my dad who's going through a lot of struggles and just had his 35th surgery, I guess. So he's going through a lot of pain and but the thing is he always like positive and always looking forward and staying so positive, and that really is inspiring to me. And so I kind of had to honor him in a song, so that's what it basically is.
Yeah, that's understandable. And do you ever have like fans or followers or people who come to see you in concerts, reach out to you, you know, um, through their experiences as well, by listening to your music, which may have helped them in some way?
Oh yeah, yeah. That when that happens, that's actually for me. That's one of the greatest feedback I could get. I got that a couple of times already, where people came after a concert or just texted us when they listen to a song and they feel so connected, and that the song helped them through a specific time. That's I mean that's what it's all about. It's all about sharing emotions and feeling safe in that particular moment. So that's really great.
Yeah, that's touching to hear. Also, coming from Switzerland, what artists from your country have like influenced you or inspired you? You can also mention other countries as well if you like to.
Well, actually, for me personally, there are hmm, Swiss artists. There are just a few. I mean, I've never listened to Swiss artists a lot when growing up. I always listened to English and American artists, especially. So I get more influenced by bigger international bands more than Swiss local
Yeah.
bands, actually.
I guess it's all European now, like it's all the same thing, with English bands, they always do well in their continent.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I
Hmm.
see that too.
Yeah, and with the souls as well. What I like about you, you have your own identity as well. How essential is it to have that? Whether it's stage presence or just like the clothes you wear on stage, your wardrobe.
Well, that's a good question. I don't know. I think over the years, what I've learned is to what makes us special or unique is when we are just being ourselves. And I think we found more confident in being ourselves and be comfortable who we are and how we look and how we perform on stage. So, and to know that everybody in the band feels this way makes me really safe to perform in front of in front of the crowd. And yeah, it's just not overthinking it too much. Actually,
Mhm.
that's what I've learned over the years.
And you find not overthinking too much is a good strategy to, help you become successful in kind of any field.
Yeah, that's quite. That was quite surprising as well because over the last years, what we did like a lot of strategy in our minds, which didn't work out then, and so we were had a little breakdown like a year ago or so, and was basically saying, "Oh, maybe that's not worth it. Let's quit, whatever." Like for the 10th time, but that's what happens every now and then. But when I started realize that, come on, take it easy, take it step by step, and then out of that, the opportunity came to support Scouting for Girls. So I think that was a perfect time for me to take it a little bit easier and to be open to whatever comes.
Yeah, sure. And you've performed at the Reeperbahn Festival in Germany. What a place. And are there any other
Yeah.
places in Europe or other parts of the world you wish to perform at?
Um, well, yeah, we have that funny joke inside our band that we always said that we're going to be the first Swiss band who's going to sell out Wembley Stadium. So that's that would be something.
Yeah, and that will nicely take me on to my next question. Where would you like to see yourself in your career 5 years from now? Would that be one of the highlights, maybe?
Well, yeah, to be realistic, or the biggest goal for me would be in 5 years' time that we still are together as a band and still doing what we love most. So that would be definitely touring and yeah, playing as many concerts as possible in front of many people as possible, and that
Mm,
would make me the happiest guy on
yeah.
the planet.
And I know some of my listeners like to know like what artists get to on the days off, Um, what what do you like doing as a band, just chilling, like maybe seeing the sights when you're on tour or just, having a bit of downtime.
Yeah, both actually. I like both. The cool thing is that we played every night in a different city almost. So we on a day off, I love to stroll through the city, go for a coffee and for lunch, doing a little workout. Keep taking care of myself, obviously, to be ready for the next show. But I love sightseeing. I love to go to museums or to check out local bars or go to see a concert in the evening. So yeah, it's just living.
That's cool. And final question, where's best for people to follow you on social media, emailing lists or streaming platforms, to find out any local gigs or shows or concerts coming to a town near them?
Yeah, you'll find us on every platform under We the Souls. It's We the Souls, and yeah,
We are
that's
the Souls.
we're
Yeah.
kind of we're actually
And any
yeah,
final uh,
basically just We the Souls. Sorry.
and any
Yeah,
final words you may just like to say just to conclude the interview?
yeah. I mean, thank you very much for having me. And if we play a show near you, or come see us, or go listen to our music, it would mean a lot to me.
Great. So I'm joined by Jay Messerli from The Souls band. New single The Secret's out now, taken from their brand new album, The Whippet Inn. Thanks for joining me on today's show. Jay, it's been a pleasure speaking with
Thank you
you and
so much.
answering my questions as well.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.